Hey, 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 I'm back. Did you miss me, you bastards? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Not me. I have 12 points on my licence. That's 3 more than I ever scored with my 2 years at Renault, you bastards. The FIA have just announced that Max Verstappen has been disqualified from the 2022 season, and with Leclerc's 5-second time penalty, it means that I'm the 2022 Formula 1 World Champion. Incredible. I will be returning to F1 in 2026. I will be cleaning the rings on the front of the Audi. I can't believe Alpine signed Gasly. I thought I'd be in there because I'm still waiting to finish my season off with them since 2017. Aston Martin would be the perfect team for me. They can't score points either. Oh wait, they have, the bastards. My wife was having a baby, but by the time I got her to the hospital, 16 babies had been born ahead of me. Hey, everyone is saying now, was my F1 career fixed? Nope, I really was that bad. I got black flagged from a banger race over the weekend. Apparently, I wasn't going fast enough to cause a crash. Whoops! I'm now training to be a chef. I've not set anything on fire yet, but I did crash my Renault Clio through the kitchen. Whoops! 10 million overspend? That's nothing. In my 2 years at Renault, they spent that on front wings alone, you bastards. My company car is a Dacia Sandero. They've told me I can crash it as much as I want because it's only worth 4 pence, the bastards. Hey, 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 you've been disqualified, you bastard. Hey, don't laugh. In 2014, I was voted Driver of the Year. No, really, I was, you bastards. Hey, don't tell anyone, but I was driving Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes in Imola. I have retaken my driving test. The DVLA said on my pass form they cannot believe my first test wasn't a fluke. Guess what? I failed. Did you see me on the official F1 channel giving my analysis? Yeah, they told me I could park my burger van round the back, the bastards. I could beat any F1 driver in 2022. Let me just plug in my wheel. I wonder what's more likely, me returning to Formula 1 or Ferrari not bottling a championship. I work in the engine department for a famous Formula 1 company now. I'm not allowed to say which one, but I'm sure with previous results you can tell. During the summer months I work at a garden centre. It's going really well. I've only killed 300 plants, fell into a pond and knocked down an old lady with a ride-on lawnmower. Employee of the month is mine for the taking. Get in. Did you know Gene Huss put a restraining order in against me? He considered 8,000 emails, 600 phone calls and 200 voicemail messages all saying, I'm alert on a street circuit, a bit much. Sorry we could not give you a decent car, Lewis. That's okay, Toto. Great result, George. 4th. Keep pushing now. I'm still waiting on my phone call from Gene Huss to tell me I'm replacing Mick Schumacher. On my CV I put, not fast enough to crash as my greatest ability. Hey, who would have thought I would have ended up a better qualifier than Hamilton? 16th place indeed. How long's a piece of string, someone once asked me? Longer than my F1 career was my reply. I was rumoured to take the Huss seat, but I crashed on the way to the interview. Is Nicholas Latifi the new me? Nope, only I can be alert on a street circuit. Sha-la-la only went off because he slipped on Lewis Hamilton's tears. I work at Lidl now. Yeah, I got the job because on my CV they said my F1 career had very little to show for it. Did you know, at my last F1 race, Renault popped me in the lost and found. It took 3 years for my dad to come pick me up, the bastard. Halfway through the season and Gene Huss hasn't called me yet about my seat in F1. That must mean Mick has scored points. Oh, bugger. At least my F1 career lasted longer than Marzi spins. I wonder who's faster in a race, me, an esports gamer, or an old granny on a mobility scooter. I'm too scared to actually do it for fear of losing. Hurrah! I just had a phone call from the FIA. They've offered me the job of race director. They said even I couldn't make that big of a mess like we saw in Japan. Nicholas Latifi is my arch nemesis. How come Josh doesn't criticise him the way he did with me? He must have a thing for Canadians. Me and Yuki are equals in F1. We both have no idea how we really got here. Nikita, come back. We need to take the piss out of you. Have you heard? I'm coming back to F1. I'm taking Ricciardo's place because no one would know the difference. Porpoising? That's nothing. You should try bouncing your car off a wall every race. Here, how come the only 2 Canadians in F1 end up crashing with each other in qualifying? Now, to all you bastards who said I was the worst driver in F1, I present to you Daniel Ricciardo. What, too soon? Sorry, I was just percolating my coffee. I work for Starbucks now. Shut up, you bastards. Alfa Romeo are in talks with me in regards to replacing Zool for 2023. Sadly, after his Silverstone crash, they told me the deal was off because even I couldn't crash that spectacularly. Daniel Ricciardo confirmed for 2023. I'm shocked. It's the first time I've ever called a team and told them I could do a better job. A sprint race? I used to do them while I was in F1. It was a sprint to see how fast I could crash. Okay, I have just joined Tinder. But unfortunately, every time I swipe to the right, my phone crashes. How on earth has Yuki kept that AlphaTauri seat? I've never crashed exiting the pit lane or taken out my teammate. And more importantly, I'm alert on a street circuit. I got pulled over for doing 80 miles an hour on the motorway. When the police officer realised who I was, he said, "I bet this is the first time you've gone over 70 miles an hour," and laughed himself back to his patrol car. The cheeky git. I know I wasn't the best, but at least I never crashed twice in the space of 3 corners like Stroll did in Baku. Daniel Ricciardo sitting out 2023 is a real shame, but don't worry Daniel, I've got the kettle on and all the other F1 rejects are here to give you a warm welcome. Esteban Gutierrez wants a game of squash. Remember when I used to drive that yellow banana in Formula 1? Well now I'm working in the fruit and veg aisle in Tesco. It's funny how life comes back around at you, innit? Just kill me. If I've learnt anything during my time during F1, it's all about who you know and not what you know. I called an old friend to negotiate a deal for next year. I'm now pleased to announce I've signed up for the Silverstone Grand Prix selling burgers out the back of a van.